If you have been trauma dumped on recently, then let's try EFT tapping to release some of that heaviness and feel a bit lighter. So if you are here today, then you might well be someone like me who feels really deeply for other people, like we just feel all the things, sometimes known as being an empath. This can often occur when you're a trauma survivor, so you learn to be really attuned to the needs of others. Maybe people do see you as that really safe person that they can share with, and you just naturally kind of hold that space for people, which is really lovely. But sometimes it does have its drawbacks because we can sometimes be trauma dumped on, where people basically share all these awful things that have happened to them, and then we're like, oh. So if you've been feeling like you're absorbing everyone's pain and you are struggling with boundaries, maybe you're kind of losing yourself in other people's problems, then this tapping practice is for you. We're going to take it really slowly and gently, help you to release what's not yours to carry, while still honouring that really beautiful and caring sensitivity and nature. All right, so let's begin then. So find yourself a nice comfortable position, and we're going to start with a nice grounding breath. So breathing in through the nose, coming into this space, and then exhaling. If you need more time to get comfortable, that's fine. Just pause if you need to. And what we're going to do before we start tapping is we're going to just tune in and take a moment to notice how you're feeling right now. So if it helps you, you can close your eyes. Just breathing softly as you notice any heaviness. And I'm going to be using a metaphor here of stones, okay? Like thinking about maybe pebbles, sort of palm-shaped stones or pebbles. So like, for example, when someone trauma dumps on me, I literally feel heavier and I feel this kind of feeling of weight quite often right in the pit of my stomach. I feel it in my mind or my chest. So I'd like you to think about, if all these little trauma dumps were stones, where do you feel that heaviness in your own body? Does it settle somewhere within you? And thinking about these stones, if you had to count them, how many stones would they be? So as a reminder, about the size of the palm of your hand, how many stones are you carrying right now? All those little trauma dumps. So just make a mental note of that number. And what we're going to do is we're going to check in again at the end and see if we've managed to just let go of some of those stones. All right, so open your eyes and we're going to start tapping now. So just tapping on the side of the hand, repeating after me in your mind or out loud, reminding yourself that by tapping along, you agree to take full responsibility for your own health and well-being. Even though I've been carrying everyone else's trauma like stones in my body, and I'm carrying X number of stones right now, you can say your number. I'm carrying number of stones right now. I appreciate how people feel safe to share with me, because we can appreciate that, right? Even though I feel kind of responsible for everyone's pain, I want to make it better. And I sometimes can't tell where their emotions end and where mine begin. I honour my empathic nature. Even though I feel guilty or unsure when I think about setting boundaries, because I don't want to abandon anyone or upset anyone. I choose to love and accept all parts of myself, or I'm learning to. Okay, so round one, up to the eyebrow points, we're just going to acknowledge that overwhelm. I feel so heavy, like I'm carrying everyone else's pain. Side of the eye, and these stones, this heaviness in my body is weighing me down. Just tuning into that heaviness. Under the eye, I can't stop thinking about their stories, their trauma. Under the nose, their problems are spinning around my mind. That rumination. Chin points, and I feel kind of responsible for fixing people. Collarbone, I'm so tired of holding all this stuff. Under the arm, it's like their trauma has become my trauma. Top of the head, I don't know where they end and I begin. It's like we merge. Eyebrow, and I feel kind of guilty when I want to step back or stop them talking. Trauma dumping. Side of the eye, like what if something bad happens and I'm not there or I wasn't available? Under the eye, part of me feels selfish for feeling this way. Under the nose, I avoid certain people or situations, and I feel really bad about that. Chin points, and I stay up late just worrying about other people's problems, like it's my problem. Collarbone, it's like I'm really hypervigilant about everyone's emotional state. Under the arm, so much so that I've been neglecting my own needs. Top of the head, I feel resentful and then I feel guilty about feeling resentful. Eyebrow, maybe somewhere along the way I learned to take on other people's pain. Side of the eye, maybe I became so attuned to the needs of others that I completely dismissed my own needs. So just notice what's come up. We're going to say that again. I became so highly attuned to the needs of others that I completely dismissed my own needs. Under the eye, I can see how I've been absorbing what isn't mine, and it feels heavy and overwhelming. Remember to breathe. You're doing really well. Under the nose, perhaps my empathy developed as a need to stay safe. Chin points, I learned to read every mood, pick up on every energy shift to protect myself. Collarbone, my hypervigilance helped me survive, but now it's not serving me. Under the arm, maybe I was taught that love meant carrying other people's emotions. Top of the head, and I can honour where this sensitivity may have developed while choosing to see things differently now. Eyebrow. I give myself permission to release what isn't mine. So as we breathe here, just starting to let go a little bit. We're going to release a little bit more shortly. Remember to breathe. Releasing. Side of the eye. I can care about other people without carrying their trauma. Under the eye. There's a difference between supporting and absorbing. It can be caring without becoming a dumping ground. Under the nose, it's okay to have boundaries about when and how people share. Chin points. I'm worthy of having my emotional space protected. You're really worthy of that. And I can witness pain without making it my own. Collarbone. I choose to be present for others without losing myself in the process. Maybe the weight of stones can be transmuted now. And this is a perfect moment to do that. So we're going to take a moment now to just notice those stones again. So you can close your eyes here if that feels safe and comfortable to do so. If not, just soften your gaze, just let your eyelids rest. So keep tapping on the collarbone point, breathing softly. And bringing your attention now to those stones again. So maybe they've only been there for a little while. Maybe there's been some older stones that you've carried for many years. Just take a moment to observe all the different stones you've been carrying, all those stories, all those traumas. Maybe they've got names on them. Maybe they have patterns on them or colours. Just observing the stones. Maybe some of them feel so old that they've kind of lodged and embedded themselves in places like really deep in your stomach or in the depths of your psyche. We're just noticing without any judgment whatsoever, only with compassion. Acknowledging how hard you try and care for other people, even if it doesn't always serve you. So just know now that you don't have to carry all these stones around with you every day. And maybe now it's safe and appropriate to let go, to let the stones dissolve. You arrived here today because you realised that things had to change. So we're going to take some really nice deep cleansing breaths here. So on your inhales, just imagine fresh, clear energy filling your body. Breathing in, fresh, clear energy. And on the exhales, just releasing any stones that aren't yours to carry. You can imagine physically taking them out. You can imagine them disappearing. As you breathe in, remember loving, healing energy filling your body, breathing in and around all those stones. And on the exhale, just trying to let go of some of all that tension you've been carrying, all that weight, maybe for years. Letting go on those exhales. Breathing in energy. And as you breathe in next time, just notice how those stones are becoming a bit like pumice stones. So the air can penetrate them and they become lighter. Notice how the air is moving in the stones now. And as you breathe out, just allow those stones to start to lift up as they begin to fade away or disappear. And there might well be some stones that you're struggling to let go of, or that part of you isn't ready to part with yet. So just be aware of that and notice with compassion. And you know that you can explore this deeper if you need to. And if there are some stones like that, just let them be there with love and acceptance for now, okay? Just know for now that you have lightened the load, okay? You can be this sensitive soul who cares really deeply. It's okay. But you don't have to carry the weight of everyone else's world as well. We carry so much, don't we? We carry so much weight of the world already. You don't need to carry everyone else's. So take a final breath in here. Nice big inhale. And then release, really feeling into that lightness. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. We're going to carry on tapping now. Well done. I know that's not easy. So under the arm, I can hold space without it being heavy or holding their pain. Top of the head, I'm learning to separate compassion from codependence. Okay, let's reclaim some energy now. Eyebrow points. I'm releasing these heavy stones from my stomach. I'm releasing. I'm letting some of this go. Side of the eye. I'm calling my energy back to me now. My sensitivity is a gift when I use it wisely. Imagine how much more powerful it could be. Under the eye, I choose to feel light and free in my own body. So move here. I want you to feel light and free in your own body. Under the nose, I trust in my ability to be supportive with healthy boundaries. Beautiful boundaries are healthy boundaries. Chin points. I deserve peace and calm in my own emotional and energetic space. Collarbone. I can be empathic without being overwhelmed. Under the arm. My energy is mine to nurture and protect. Top of the head, I am filled with my own peaceful, grounded energy. I'm filled with my own peaceful, grounded energy. So just remember, in those times when those stones are feeling heavy, remember, you are what you need. You are what you need. There's power within you to transmute this, okay? You can transmute this energy yourself. You have that power and capacity. Okay, well done. So stop tapping there. We're going to finish with a really short visualizations to kind of integrate this tapping. So place both hands on your heart center. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Just breathing softly. Just imagine now a lovely protective bubble of light surrounding you. And this is your energetic boundary. And you can choose any colour that feels most protective to you in this moment, knowing whatever you choose is just perfect. So what colour is this beautiful protective bubble that surrounds you? This bubble of light. And you can see this bubble kind of filtering any energy that isn't yours, while also allowing love and compassion to flow in and out. So it's filtering for you, really gently filtering. It's not pushing, it's just gently filtering with love. So you can also feel any stones that remain being replaced or surrounded by the same warm light, that lovely energy that's your own. This is entirely your energy. This is your light, your energy. Let it be in and around those stones as well. And remember, that same energy, the love, the space and the care that you give to other people is within you always. It's within you always, okay? And you can call upon it whenever you need to. Whenever you need to. So this light now, this lovely protective light, imagine it filling you up with clarity about where you end and others begin. So you can imagine that energetically. So maybe things are feeling a bit clearer now. You're feeling lighter and protected as this light washes over you. It's surrounding you and it's washing over you. So I'd like to really feel into it washing over you now as you breathe here, just for a few moments. Well done. So when you're ready, open your eyes, have a little stretch. And we're going to take a moment now to just notice how you're feeling compared to when we first started. So thinking about those heavy stones, how many are there now? Or are they, maybe they're a bit lighter, maybe there's a bit less, maybe there's a bit more. Let's just tune in a moment, see what's there. If you had to count the stones now, how many would there be? Maybe there's a few less, maybe there's a lot less. Whatever's there is okay. Maybe you identified something that you need to explore or work a bit deeper on. That's okay too, it's a journey with all this healing stuff. Just notice what's there. Please do let me know in the comments how many stones you released. Did that metaphor help you with the kind of thinking about the little pebbles? You can leave me a little pebble emoji if you prefer not to comment. I always love hearing from you and when you've tapped with me. And just as a final, remember, you can be a safe person for others to share with without being an unsafe person for yourself. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Okay, you can be a safe person for others to share with without becoming an unsafe person for yourself. Okay, take really good care of yourself today. Thank you for being here. Bye.